President Trump announced a tariff on steel and aluminum imports, and already Texas companies are seeing an increase in prices.
It's coming at an inopportune time with causing a lot of panic in the market.
The administration's 25% tariff on steel and 10% tariff on aluminum imports was meant to encourage Americans to buy American products. The branch manager at Westbrook Metals in North Austin says prices here have already risen.
So they're going to domestic product, which is great. That's the idea behind this, except that the domestic market can't keep up with the demand, which is causing the price to rise.
Westbrook Metals has a sign posted on their front door letting customers know that prices today may not be what they are on Monday.
This North Austin business distributes steel, aluminum, brass, and copper around central Texas. Fuller says the news shakes up construction companies trying to plan long-term. Drew Schipperly from the Austin Chamber of Commerce says trade relations with Canada and Mexico may be hurt.
Yeah, well, Austin is in a part of a global supply chain.
Ultimately, he says prices for certain metal products will go up. Austin's Chamber of Commerce opposes the president's tariff and asked Congress to overrule his positions because he believes
we're really looking backward, not forward, when we put tariffs.
Daryan Jones, KXAN News. The question on everybody's mind today.
Let's go blue!
Will it be Michigan or Villanova who come out on top as the 2018 men's NCAA champions? Close to 100,000 fans from near and far have flocked to San Antonio to catch a glimpse of the action. This group made the journey from Manhattan.
We're all children of Villanova grads, which is pretty cool. So we're second generation. We had parents here who were here in 1985 when we won the first one, so it's great to be back.
They may have come to watch the game, but in the meantime, fans are enjoying all the activities happening around the city.
We tried to do some of the touristy stuff, eating barbecue, drinking margaritas, checking out the Alamo Dome, but we're here for the Cats, business trip.
A father-son duo couldn't risk missing out on this opportunity.
And everybody was raving about how San Antonio is one of the best venues for a Final Four, and so I figured, not sure when they're going to be back to San Antonio, not sure when Michigan will be back in the Final Four, so decided this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
So they made a last-minute decision to fly down from Michigan and Maryland.
So my dad and I were talking about if Michigan advanced to the final games, that both of us wanted to go, but we didn't pull the trigger until yesterday at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Fans aren't the only ones out here celebrating the Final Four championship in San Antonio, but all of the businesses who are benefiting from the thousands of out-of-town visitors.
One of our core things that we do well is tourism, and so we know how to host people.
San Antonio will be getting around $6.8 million in revenue, and the state of Texas will receive almost $14 million. Events like the NCAA championship allow for Texas to highlight its potential for business owners.
We've had a series of high-level meetings with CEOs that are coming in from all over the country, visiting San Antonio to root on their team. So we've taken the advantage of visiting with them and talking to them about San Antonio and about our region and asking them to consider an investment here.
Win or lose, fans on both sides are playing to celebrate after the game.
We won't rub it in too much.
No.
Wild. I don't even know. It's going to be wild.
Daryan Jones, KXAN News. The live music capital of the world hasn't always been the friendliest to musicians.
I got a ticket once.
That's why Austin is introducing a new 6-month pilot program to give buskers a legal alternative for street performing. Residents say it's overdue. Live music is what makes Austin unique.
It's kind of essential, honestly, to a place that considers itself the live music capital of the world. It really kind of adds to that authenticity, to that aesthetic.
The city is using a $150,000 grant from a local developer. They promised to pay artists $150 for every 4-hour performance to play in and around the developing Seaholm district.
$150 per hour is a dang fine rate as a musician.
And while artists admit that the money may be great, it does come at a cost.
Quick believes artists have the right to freely express themselves anywhere, whenever they please.
Instead of taking it out of the freedom of the Constitution, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, it's putting us into a situation where all those people are going to be in a controlled situation.
He also worries that developers could end up using the street performers.
Area, and then it's an instant tourist attraction. It's making an amusement park.
The city says the program's goal is to provide local Austin musicians with an additional revenue stream, increase live performances, and to draw residents and visitors to an up-and-coming area. Officials hope to expand the program to other areas around Austin if funding becomes available. Daryan Jones, KXAN News.
Here's what else has changed this year with the Judge Julie Kosarick Judicial and Courthouse Security Act. It allows judges and their spouses to keep their home address private. The man on trial accused of trying to assassinate a judge will be back on the stand on Monday. A law was passed in Judge Kosarick's name after the attack, aiming to protect judges at the courthouse and in their homes. It also created the state's first courthouse security director. Students all across the country are taking a stand against violence in schools by walking out of class today. Some Austin students are also participating in the walkouts, but others are taking a different approach, making today a day of action instead. A teenager is facing charges after police say he made a threatening post towards Westlake High School on social media.